is it easy to go against your party or government for certain youth issues?
Yes. If you believe in that the government is doing, I'm a member of parliament from the majority, but it's very easy if you believe that the government is not doing enough to say it publicly, and I have said it even in parliament, the last debate about electing members of government, because it's something that it's not important for me. I will end my mandate, my term, and I will go wherever, but in the country, but I will stay here. But it's important for the memory of the institutions, and it's very important to create a culture of participating and to create a culture inside the institutions, and it's very much hard inside the political parties to cooperate with young people outside their political parties. So that's a challenge, but it's easy when you believe in something that is being done wrong or right, whatever. It's easy to say what you mean, let's say.
Very, very last question. This is an interesting one. Do you feel that you're doing enough for young people in North Macedonia, and do you feel representative of young people? And I would add to that, do you think that democracy now is fast enough to create the changes that young people are expecting? As we saw with the data, young people are feeling that they're excluded. But is democracy now, in the case of North Macedonia, fast enough with the reforms for them to be feeling included?
Okay, that's a tough question, because it's very hard to say, are you a representative of the young people? I'm trying to speak as member of parliament for people who voted for me and people who didn't vote for me. Because young people voted for one or another, and it's not important. They are young, and we have to address their issues, firstly. Secondly, we are struggling to keep them here in the country. It's not the issue of mobility. They have to be mobile, but it's the issue of brain drain for this country. And I've said it before, the youth NGOs that I'm cooperating with and the young people will judge for my work. Has democracy improved? Is fast enough? No, it's not. It's very slow, and it's a slow process here, especially for including young people and giving the reforms that are being made in the country or that are supposed to be made in the country. It's a very slow and tough process. And we are all learning on the way, let's say, but we can do more and we can work faster.
It's not all about democracy, it's about political willingness. I mean, as EU integration is the most important issue for all Western Balkan 6, I believe, we should add the issue of youth as well. What I want to say. It's not true that youth have been excluded from the politics or from the system. They have been misused for political purposes. I mean, this is not a critique to the governments or to the political elites. We are fully aware. I mean, just a few days ago there was a UN agency report saying that Bulgaria will lose 30% of its population by 2050, and Western Balkan 6 in average by 20%. So we have to do something. We have to implement real policies. As you probably may know, one of the main issues which European Commission has with our countries is the process of implementation of adopted strategies and national actual plans and rule of law and so on and so forth. So on the other hand, it is not an easy call. It's expensive. It requires a lot of expertise, foreign support. I mean, I was reading a few days ago in Finland, for example, we have a huge campaign in North Macedonia about disinformation and fake news. In Finland, as one of the most advanced countries worldwide when it comes to education, media, digital literacy, cybersecurity issues, fake news, they start to prepare even from kindergarten with specialized programs. I'm not talking about primary or secondary or high school, even in the kindergarten. So with EU support, with NGO support, with donor community support, I think we can do something which will make a difference. Otherwise, we risk a lot. Not just getting older population, but in terms also of economic development and going ahead.